Heaven's California.
Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of Wycombe Wanderers career mode. And yes, okay, yesterday we did have a bit of a nightmare with the old Fifa crashing, and we didn't unfortunately get to play the Birmingham game. I was in half time and the game crashed. That's what you saw. You know, I didn't put the game highlights in because I was like, well, what's the point? Well, I was 3-1 up at the time as well, which was slightly disappointing, but we will have the 4 games today. If I could fit in 5, I would, but I can't, okay? But it kind of does rough match things out a bit, so it isn't all good doom and gloom. But what do we have? We have a game against Birmingham at home, then we're going to be followed by an away game to Brentford, a home game against Sheffield, and then an away game against Burton Albion. When's our next cup game? Has that not been thrown in there yet, the Carabao Cup? I don't think it has. We'll have to keep a lookout for that though. Going straight into it then, we will probably have to use the second team here, seeing as the first team's a little bit tired, but it doesn't seem right using the second team all the time. So we'll use the first team instead. We'll work around a little bit of in tiredness. Asaro could be in here. Here's Asaro. Should be finishing that, and it is in. 13 minutes in, Asaro picks up the ball. He can't wait to get going for the next one. These type of situations, you've got one defender left. He's just going to squeegee his way past and pop the ball in the back of the net. Joel Asaro, I just cannot believe how well he's matured into such a fantastic player for this team, man. Such a good player. Guidi. Oh! It was on his left foot. We know his left foot is killer. And that was drifting. Look at this from Guidi. That was going top bins from Guidi. That's a massive save from the goalkeeper, that. Oh, it's Hans Wolf. No way the goalkeeper's got down for that. That is a ridiculous save. Is Asaro? Oh, he's in the same situation again. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh, and Alan tries the rebound. And that is Joel Asaro. It's been his day once in front of goal, but he couldn't quite recreate that goal again in his second attempt. To finish it up, Pony and the club captain. 92nd minute, one of the last kicks of the game. Pops it in, 2-0. And that is a very, defensively today, we have shut Birmingham down. The goalkeeper, defence in all, overall, haven't really had much to do. Lays it off Ronnie, and we know he can score them type of goals. And it's going to be very hard to drop him next year in the Premier League. But you just feel like you need that. You need someone who's that little bit better. And, you know, we might have to sign a central midfielder because it's the position, really. We haven't really got much going for us. We got Ricci, but apart from that, we haven't really got anyone that's going to be top quality. So that is someone that we may or may not have to think about getting in next season. Maybe even a pre-contract signing. If we could get someone on a pre-contract that is at that level, say at 75, 76, 77, we'd be saving money and we could get someone in. We could get some better youth scouts out there scouting for some players. Maybe we'll have a look at doing that in a minute. But there we go. As you can see, completely shut the game down. Joel Asaro with man of the match today. Other strong performances. Guidi again. Xavione and O'Neill. Jackson at the back was getting around them a lot as well. Very impressive from him. Again, look, 25% shooting for Asaro. Not the greatest, but 75% passing. Ball retention, not too great either. But all in all, it's a 2-0 win. It's a clean sheet. Happy days. More importantly, that win does actually mean we're now only 4 points off the top, which is Ipswich Town, and we are actually 2 points away from being in the automatic promotion places. Now, we did say it was going to be a fight this time around. It's going to be a lot harder than it was the last couple of seasons. Oh, hey, they're going up to 66. It is going to be hard, but I think we can do it. I think we can muscle through and be right up there at the end of the season. But what we're going to quickly do, we're going to fly over to our transfers. We're going to have a look. Right, so we're going to send these guys out. We're going to send Joseph Hogan out to England because we want our best stars to be English primarily. Now, I'm going to send the other two to the best two. The leagues are the strongest players. I wouldn't say the best two, but the strongest players. The 3-star there, and we'll send Oliver Robson out to Germany. I just feel they're the 3 strongest leagues in terms of players at the moment, with the amount of players in the league. And then Luke Quinn, he can go out to Italy. To Italia. And then we will have Noel Fagan. He will be on his way to Francia. Now we'll go and set an instruction. We want a central midfielder. I'm guessing, really, don't we? Don't really want a defensive midfielder. We could do a defensive midfielder, but we could set 2 instructions, I guess. Attributes. We want it first team quality. That's about it. We want the contract down to about 1. And the age, I'm going to do 23 to 25. I feel that'd be a nice age to have them in the team when they're still in their prime. I don't want players in 3 seasons' time in their 30, 31, 32. You know, it's just a bit too old for me to be competing at the top level that we want to be doing. We'll then put one in for a defensive midfielder, first team quality. Yep, that's about it. Contracts down to 1 and age up to 23 to 25. This is a really good way. You set that. That gives you some really. That will find you some really nice players that we won't. I mean, we can't afford to sign anyone just yet. Our wage budget is what, £473, which isn't great, but that's actually a point. How are we gonna accept anyone on a pre-contract next season if we don't have any money? We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe we won't be able to sign anyone there, but in case it does let us, we will have that. That is a position that we do need, and we will try and sign someone up there. So we do have a youth squad monthly report. Then we can't afford, unfortunately, to bring anyone through. We can't bring anyone through yet anyway. I think some of these players might be growing in height. I don't know how tall Billy Collins. He's still only 6'5", He looks like a solid keeper as well. Anyone here that isn't looking so great anymore? No, they're all still looking good. Good players that we could use in the future, which is very nice. And talking of Youth Scout monthly updates, we do have one here. We have a couple of emails to him. Victor Passon says he wants to make a little appearance in the team. Probably won't be happening if I'm being brutally honest. Players leaving on international duty, that'd be Joel Lassero. Then we have some scouting updates. Obviously we can't bring anyone through yet. We're going to have to reject a couple of these guys. Like these guys just aren't going to be good enough, I'm afraid. We don't even have the financial means to put anyone through. So this might be, you know, we won't have to increase their budgets that majorly anymore anyway. So this season will be kind of rough. We might not be able to pull many youth players through. We will have FA Cup money coming through though. So that is a possibility. And, you know, the Carabao Cup as well. Looking through here again, no one really that catches my fancy anyway. You know, I'm looking for that 90 potential really to start off with at least. But we have got our next game then against Brentford in the Championship. First team already. Let's get into this. And now Brentford are back on the attack. It's Kabako who looks a little bit in danger. But Bennett, he's got the safe hands and he's caught another one. And O'Haida's threaded that straight through to Ioha. Now, we know Ioha's not the best on the ball just yet. Maybe we'll pass it back to Xavione. Here's Sancho. Makes the turn very nicely. Can he finish it? Guidi can though. And Guidi makes it 1-0. Defensively, that one defensive signing, Kabako. Not even the best defender. But just that step up makes it so much better. And if we can get the midfield up next season, then I think this team will be very good in the Premier League. If we can even get there, we might not get there yet, but I think we will get there. Unfortunately, players like O'Neill may even have to leave the club because I just don't know if they're going to get the game time. You know, thinking of the first, Wycombe Wanderers team we took over, there's only a couple of players that are still in it. Here's O'Neill. He's one of them. Makes it 2-0. Brentford going to pieces here. There's O'Neill. There's Stewart. There's Harriman. Jambati still here. Jake. Okay, there's a few still here. When it comes to the end of the season, there might have to be quite a few seniority changes that happen. Because we have the youth players, and youth players for me, in a road to glory like this, youth players are going to be pivotal. Because we don't have the funds to go and splash out on loads of amazing, exciting youth talents, which I probably would do if I was doing one in the Championship with a Championship team that had that solid amount of money each season. But this team just doesn't, and with a team that's had so much success already with youth players, I just find it silly to just keep spending an absurd amount of money on players that we could just grab from the youth academy. But here is Ioha. He sees Guidi in there. Couldn't quite pick him out. Asaro, maybe. He'd get his donking head on it. Oh, Ferrari, what a ball in! Whoa! I don't know who's come forward and finished that one. I think that's O'Neill again, right? Yes, the captain, who's wriggled his way into the box to make it 3-0. But the ball from Ferrari here, throw in from Ferrari to Sancho to Ferrari. That was an exquisite ball with an exquisite finish. Ferrari is so good at putting the balls in. When he's on that overlap, his crosses are really, really dangerous. Oh, Brentford then, so nearly. They're trying to get back into this game. It's just not possible. Jackson and Capico this season have been absolutely amazing playing together. Alan again, he's been bright since he's come on. Has the shot and slots it in. Our potential to be special right midfielder. We've had one, sold him on for £14 million. This is our second one. I'm feeling I might actually keep hold of him. But if the money's there, then the money's there. But we can have a lot of youth talent coming through, you know. So there will be times where we do have to sell some of the players for that amount of money. And, you know, we wouldn't be complaining. Imagine if we bought like an £80 million player. Who'd be complaining then? Oh, Ricci's missed it, and Asaro finishes it. It's 5 for Wycombe today. And it has been an exceptional performance. Look at this. Lovely little pass there to Ricci. Tried to dink it over the goalkeeper. Asaro says, I'm having that one. Puts it in his back pocket. 9 goals in the Championship so far. And a very, very strong performance from our Wanderers today. And there we go then. Final whistle. 5-0 away win has silenced the Brentford fans booing us out of the stadium. We don't care. Once again, another massive performance. Man of the match today, Ferrari managed to get a goal assist, but just look at some of his stats today. He did very, very well. The only man on the field that actually won a couple of tackles. Asaro managed to win 3 tackles as well. Other standout performances, Xavione played very well. O'Neill, Anguidi and Sancho played well today. Allen coming in on that right-hand side. And about the 80th minute played very well. Aya played well. You know what? Everyone played well. Everyone had a point to play in that game. And look, Ferrari, he does very much control that right-hand side over there. And, you know, he did very well today. Very, very well. Round of applause for Ferrari. He's definitely matured into a really nice right-back. But there's no time to be sat around drinking tea. Going to be getting into the training field, lads. We may have just had this game, but you need to be on that training field, getting yourself up. And Ioha there, going good with his ball control and dribbling. And his stamina, 80 stamina for Ioha at the moment. You know, Sancho's stamina doesn't seem to be increasing that much, which is... Oh, Cowan Hall's getting a bit salty. He wants a bigger role of the club. Well, I'm afraid, Cowan Hall, you might not be getting that. But that does mean we stay 4th place, 2 points ahead of Brighton, a point behind of Birmingham. That is absolutely fine. International management offer from India. Don't really fancy that. Don't really fancy international football at all, really, this season. We will get some player development done here then. We'll stop the sim. Here we go. Player development. Can we get... You see, look. If we can get Sancho's stamina to 60, I would be happy. But you're expecting to get fairly good grades to get that up quite a bit. Could be an impossible task, but we'll fit. You know, he doesn't do too bad on that right hand side as long as he doesn't do too much running. Into our next game then, Sheffield United had a couple of appearances against this team last time around. Astro a little bit tired from his international duty, but he will be fine. Other than that, everyone else fully fit, fully rested. Let's get straight into it. So Sheffield, obviously they do play the 5 at the back. And we have had a couple of games against them last season, as I said, and they were interesting to say the least. Should be a good game, though. That's throw in, maybe? He's offside, though. I thought it was going to be the break. I think if we can get the early break, so a goal before Sheffield United, we should win this game. Because normally when they're playing 5 at the back, they'll start very defensively, 5 at the back. But once they've conceded, then fullbacks start pushing up a little bit more, trying to get that goal. And that's when our team can really pounce. Then they've got 3 at the back, 3 versus 3, we'll be in. Oh, maybe now though. Asaro! Oh, that's a finesse shot and he still finished it in. He's going to go to the home fans, I believe. Oh no, he's going to go and celebrate by himself. He's just so happy, you know. Like, he's such a cheeky chappy, Asaro, man. This team, I feel like we've developed such a nice little team here. They just work. Guidi just gets assist after assist every game. And when you've got a man up top like Joel Asaro that can finish him off that well, you're basically sorted. This man, I'm not looking for a replacement for him, even though he's that overall. I'm not looking for his replacement just yet, man. And there we go then. I can tell Sheffield, I did say, look, once they have conceded, look, the fullbacks have pushed up a lot. They only had 3 at the back then. If we'd have thrown it quicker, we might have been in for an attack, but we could still be in for an attack here. Here's Sancho. He's going to aim for that back post. Ioha! And the counter-attack worked. Ioha at that back post. Get it onto his noggin. If we can improve Sancho's crossing, I might take him off the stamina training because, you know, the training only goes up so high. When the other 3 stats are really high, the stamina won't like go up incredibly as well. So I guess he's just a young lad who doesn't have much stamina. But that stonking headed by Ioha puts us 2-0 up. We really are starting to find our feet now. Starting to assert our dominance. Basically like we did in League 1, but not conceding 2 or 3 goals a game. Oh, and they've given away a penalty. Jamal Blackman. Is he going to get a card? No, he's not. But that is a bit of a dirty one from Jamal Blackman. He's actually running through the stands. Yeah, look, he's come through, clattered Guidi. I'm not sure that's a penalty. He'd shot the ball beforehand. Can we trick our old goalkeeper, though? Oh! Why did I do that? I should have switched it. Jamal Blackman, though, you cannot discredit. That was a bloody good save. Also, guys, there was a comment left yesterday on yesterday's video. He said, look, I asked who was going to be the highest rated player at the end of the season. He said, look, it's got to be Jadon Sancho. So I like Sancho. I think he's a really nice player. And, you know, I think we should be training him up a lot because he has got a really high potential in the game. That's the thing. So if we can get him to that 84, 85, anything 80 plus, really, I'm happy with that to be a solid first team, like top Premier League side. So, you know, I'd be happy with this team in the Premier League right now, I think. Oh, I see Sancho in a load of space. Sancho, can he finish it? No, I'm finishing. Come on, lads. Wakey, wakey. Oh! Their first real shot of the game there, Sheffield. And Blackman is on fire. Talking of on fire, did anyone see the Arsenal-Manchester United game last night? That was, well, one impressive game to say the least. David De Gea, what a goalkeeper he is, man. That is insane that Manchester United, we have an insane goalkeeper like that. We always had to have we've always had pretty good goalkeepers down our time, but De Gea, if we manage to keep him at the club, which we should be able to, it looks like Real Madrid again are looking like they want the lad, but they're actually targeting Arrizabalaga from I can't remember what team he's playing for. I think it's Bilbao at the moment. You know, he's a very promising young Spanish player, and they do like promising young Spanish players, Real Madrid. And but that game, what a game! You know, Arsenal could have had a lot more. Manchester United, they couldn't have really had more. They might have had one or two more, but nothing really. You know, just played into Arsenal's weaknesses really, and that's what Jose Mourinho is really good at doing. Oh, Sheffield! No, they've hit the post, and it's gone over. Wow, that should have been 2-1. Jeepers, that was close. Ah, that would have been an absolute stonking goal from my hole. I was tempted to take it first time, but I didn't. That was going very, very close into the goal. I'm surprised Blackman actually managed to get a hand on that. And there we go then, full-time whistle. Another win for the Wanderers, and that's 3 out of 3 clean sheets today. Very, very nice performance. A lot of shots on target today. But Joel Asaro with the 1 goal and 1 assist, I believe. No, he didn't get the assist, but he still gets man of the match. Performance-wise, Asaro there, 75, 78, fouled 1. Yeah, you know, he did alright. A decent game there, not our strongest performance, but certainly wasn't our weakest. 2 goals, another clean sheet. Only 2 other teams managed to keep a clean sheet today. Leeds and Fulham were still looking very, very good. And that win does mean that we move ahead of Birmingham City in the league. We're now sat in 3rd position. We have Ipswich and Fulham ahead of us. We did lose to Fulham, so it is nice to see that they are certainly a very strong team in this championship. But we do have some player training here then, and it doesn't look like we're going to be able to play the first team in the next game against Burton Albion. I said I was going to change that Sancho one. I'll do it next time. Iaha goes up to a 72, which is nice. Ojeda on his way to that 68, which is also very, very lovely. Yeah, so as I thought, first team just not really ready to play a game there. They are a bit tired. So we'll give it to the second team today and see what they can do on the pitch. So Burton are actually the worst team in the championship for letting in goals, which does light up the eyes the facts of a couple of goal scorers in this team. Cowan Hall, Kashkit obviously not here. Allen on that right hand side, got to watch out for him. And also Polion, you know, he likes to crack a few goals in. Burton needs to be careful here. I'm not too sure of their formation they're playing. Looks like it might be a 3 at the back, which is music to my ears. Actually no, it looks more like a 4-back now. Okay, that's still promising though that they have conceded so many goals. You know, when you're playing against the team who scored the most in the league and you've conceded more than they've scored, that's kind of worrying for a team like Burton. But I'm sure they'll still give us a very good contest here, especially this guy, Martin Sordell. Very, very good player there. Oh, what a pass! What a lovely bit of play. Wow, 7 minutes in, we've opened them up. Hans Wolf has made an exceptional run in the channel. Central channel. Look at this. Pass there. There's Polion. Flicks it through. Oh, wow. It wasn't the best of the shots. But too much. Too soon. Too much in front of the goalkeeper there for the goalkeeper to do anything about that. And that was just an exceptional piece of play. Looking at the formation here, I want to have a look at the formation. It looks like that Burton Albion might actually be playing a 5 at the back. It looks like they've got 5 defenders back there from where we are at. Yeah, they're playing 5 at the back. This, well, we have scored, so they're not going to be super defensive, I'd hope. But it could be more of a keep knocking on the door and it will fly in type of game, more than a keep knocking the door and the door's going to keep opening, if you get what I mean. Here's Wolf. Oh, that was a strike and a half. That's a good cross in from Alan. You might get another one in as well here, Alan. Oh, that's nice. Ah! That was a block. That could have been our first bicycle. I'm still trying to go for it, guys. I'm still trying to go for that bicy goal. Oh, Sordell. He's in. Oh! The save from Alan, the bearded 6'6" beast. Wow, he has been amazing since he's come into this team, hasn't he? What a, bringing him up from that second team. Could a goalkeeper win Youth Player of the Season for a second time running? It's going to be close at the moment. Him and Ojeda both playing fantastically. Two different teams. Sordell in again, and Sordell makes us pay. I said that Sordell would be their main threat today, and he just pops in there. Too easy for Sordell. It's Marvin Sordell. I got one letter wrong. Okay, let me off on this one occasion. I'm not up to date with lower league English football in their names. I just recognise one player. No, it's Marvin again. Marvin's in. Marvin! Oh, save from Alan. Saving our asses again there. It looks like their wing-backs have actually pushed forward a bit here. Burton Albion has the shot. Oh, and it's gone in. Dale Southwell, the fresh face, has identified their full-backs. They've pushed up a heck of a lot. They're left at 3 at the back. I'm not actually controlling him right now. Southwell is going on some crazy solo mission there. And that's a very nice play. A very nice piece of play. Gets it 2-1. We've lost the clean sheet, but, with the second team, it's more about getting performances in. And that was a fantastic finish from Dale Southwell. Look how many men Burton have got forward here. Mancini clears, nods it on, and that's the final whistle. 2-1 victory today. Very good result. And yeah, what else can you say? It's a very good result, but that is where we're going to end it then. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like. That win puts us at the top of the table, which is another great way to finish off the episode. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like. Keep commenting down below who you think is going to be the best player this season today. Who's going to be the best player for the team? Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go and follow me on social media. That's all in the description down below. Turn on notifications if you haven't done so as well. And don't forget to share the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video.